Hi Aquarius, this is your forecast for the month of September 2017. If you have visited me before, I'd like to thank you for returning, and if you are new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. This is a general reading for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, or Aquarius Moon. It might also be helpful for you to watch your rising and moon sign. You can join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily insights on tarot and astrology, as well as my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/thealchemistastrologer, where you can find on-demand pages for love, finance, and other readings. Now, the third week, it appears that you may be hitting a bit of a snag. You have the Devil card. Now, it could be that this is a strong focus on business and you're making some decisions that connect to business. But for some of you, there's a great concern for money, and it could be some unhealthy attachments that you're dealing with. If the king was acting in his shadow, maybe this person, this trait has a connection to that king, and maybe he's somewhat destructive, or maybe he's very controlling or manipulative in some way. For some of you, you're having to deal with some type of limitation. There's a delay or a challenge or a limitation that you're dealing with, and it could be that you're dealing with issues that are connected to the past, or an ex, or just simply some bad habits that you've been unable to release. So you may feel tied to a situation in some way. There could be some issues of codependency or fears or negative thinking. And it could be that you're just having to make a decision and there's been a refusal to leave a negative situation. So you may feel stuck or confined in some way. It could be that there are issues this week that are important to addiction or obsessions or abuse. Something where there's been an element of cruelty. So this is a week where you're very determined about something. Your instincts have kicked in. The need for survival is important. And so you're very determined to move forward, especially if you've made the decision now. You've gotten some information, you've made a decision, and you want to get past some chronic negative situations. So you have a lot of influence this week. You can shift something to move toward a direction you would like, because you're able to talk people into things, and along with that, you're able to talk yourself into situations, especially if, it's to your advantage in some kind of way. So you're going to have to be especially careful this week of the temptation to bend the rules, to maneuver through some ethical minefields, if you will, in order to get what you want. Because again, your instincts have kicked in, for survival, emotionally and materially. And those could very well lead you down the wrong path if you allow it to. But if you're on top of things and, you're using this devil energy in a constructive way, if you can, this is going to be a week where you get, a couple of great ideas. Maybe you're pulling on the King of Swords and his ability to solve problems, and you come up with something, some ingenious idea, or there's a couple of strokes of good luck that happen for you that create a positive situation. And it could have been that, you were just about to fall off the edge, and, you have this light bulb moment about how you can handle a situation better that's going to save something. But as always, this devil is a warning card for you about, the temptation to push your luck too far. Because if that's the case, then, the things that you're doing are going to require that you pay the price for that. You know, this card has a tie to Saturn, and Saturn is the planet of karma. And so you will be reaping whatever you sow this week. In the positive, this could be a week where things fall into place. You realize that you can stop struggling with something. You finally made your decision. But in other cases, you need to get away from something that's unhealthy, something that's keeping you bound, and you need to seek more harmony and peace. Now, one of the keys for getting past situations this week is to rely on your common sense. You may feel very enthusiastic about something, and it's leading you toward that, road of temptation. But this is a week of being practical, being grounded, so that you realize what you're truly capable of, and it stops you from taking more on than you can actually handle. The sign of Capricorn sits at the top of the chart. It's about being noticed, who we are as far as public recognition. So this could be a week that really focuses on your desire to gain some type of recognition or achieve something. And it's going to be very important for you to objectively and rationally make decisions and judge others accurately. What are their merits? What are their intentions? How do they fit into the scheme? So this goes back to that Three of Pentacles and working with others and being aware when people are holding us back, when they're not really bringing anything to the party, they're actually keeping us from making progress. In fact, this could be a week where you're susceptible to putting things off yourself and falling prey to procrastination. Maybe you're taking some foolish chances, or you're behaving in ways that actually hurt the cause that you want to promote. So this idea of being desired, being wanted, achieving, being recognized, or being of service to other people is causing you to walk some kind of tightrope, because underneath everything is probably this fear or pessimism about what you're doing. And are you being exploited? Are you being used? Or are you capable of what it is you're being asked to do? And once you open yourself up, will there be too many demands? And will you be willing to do that? And so there's some fears for you about how much people are going to expect and whether they're going to expect too much. And so, you may respond to that by pushing yourself beyond your limitation. And you may get involved in situations that you think have some kind of potential, but actually end up being no-win situations. So again, the idea of being bound to something, and even in many cases, putting some self-imposed limitations in play for yourself. So above everything else, this is a week about integrity, ethics, doing the right thing, grappling with your fears, and having a sense of decency, because this is going to be a week that tests you in many ways. Test you to give in to some temptations to be petty, or test your fears and your ability to maintain a positive mindset. And it's going to come through various manifestations. Again, challenges, delays, setbacks, extra responsibilities, perhaps dealing with authority figures or older people. Maybe dealing with the past or ex-lovers. So this is a week, again, to try to, take the high road.